What's going on, guys? It's Cal here from Buffalo SportsCenter, and today we are going to be doing our Week 7 NFL picks. With that being said, we got 15 games to pick. Let's get right into it, starting with Thursday Night Football. The Denver Broncos go into New Orleans to take on the Saints. Talk about two teams that, we really don't know who their identity is. I mean, the Broncos started off the season really bad. All of a sudden, they look pretty solid. Last week, they took a tumble. The Saints started off the season as the best team in the NFL for 2 weeks, and they've collapsed ever since. Give me the Saints in this one close, though. Then we go overseas again to London. Third week in a row, we have the Patriots taking on the Jags, who have been in London since last week because they just got destroyed in London. And the Patriots coming off of a loss to the Texans. The battle of two really bad teams. I'll take the Jaguars to really closely get this win. Again, I think the Jaguars are embarrassed. They got killed by the Bears there. They also don't have to travel to London, so that goes a lot into my pick. They should just be able to chill there for a week, have some fun, and get this win against the Patriots. Moving back to the USA for the 1 o'clock slate. This is a good one. The Lions in Minnesota to take on the Vikings. The Lions have looked like a really good football team so far this season. The Vikings also have looked like a really good football team to start this season. I am going to take the Lions in this one on the road to beat the Vikings. I mean, that Lions run game with Montgomery is just incredible. So give me the Lions here. I think it's a very fun game. I think it's a very high-scoring game, but give me the Lions to barely win this one on the road. Next one, we have the Titans going into Buffalo to take on the Bills. Now, again, the Bills did not look like their true selves on Monday night, beating the Jets, but, I think it's starting to click a little bit. I also hear some rumors that the Bills might be involved in a trade for a new receiver. So with that being said, I have to pick the Bills in this one. The Titans have just looked so bad this year. So again, I don't know if I'm picking it because the Bills are starting to look better or if the Titans are just complete garbage, but I am definitely going to take the Bills in this one. Shout out to Will Levis, though. Again, high upside, but really has not looked good so far this year. Moving on to the next game, we have the Miami Dolphins going into Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Again, two teams who have struggled out of the gate. I got to pick the Colts, though. Dolphins coming off a bye, I know, but the Dolphins don't have a quarterback, so I cannot pick them. Give me the Colts in this one. Again, it might be close for a little bit, but I think the Colts run away with it at the end. Who knows who starts at quarterback for them this week? Is it Joe Flacco? Is it Richardson? We don't know. Either way, I got them beating the Dolphins. Next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks going into Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Now, this game is another one where I could see it going either way. Again, you have the Seahawks who have, they've been consistent so far this season. The Falcons, on the other hand, their offense is, kind of, it stalls out at some times, and then all of a sudden Kirk Cousins gets it going, right? Bijan could have a huge game. Give me the Falcons here at home to take down the Seahawks. I just think the Falcons are on a roll after that win against the Panthers. So I'm going to take the Falcons here. I think that offense stays hot. Moving on to our next game, we have the Houston Texans in Green Bay to take on the Packers. Man, the Texans just keep getting it done. Not convincingly, but they keep getting it done. So I'm going to have to take the Texans on the road to beat the Packers. Again, the Packers are one of those teams where they, fluctuate, right? They have great games, they have terrible games, and it all has to do with, quarterback play with Jordan Love. Is he there? Is he fully, on fire, or is he just kind of slumping? So I'm going to take the Texans here in a close game. Next game, we have the Bengals taking on the Browns, and oh boy, this is an ugly game. Ugly, ugly, ugly. The Bengals have not looked like themselves at all this season, aside from that loss against the Ravens where they put up, almost 40 points. As far as the Browns go, I mean, that might be the worst team in football right now. Deshaun Watson just can't get it going. On third down, he's terrible. On first down, he's terrible. On second down, he's terrible. Just a terrible quarterback right now, and that contract is really blowing up in Cleveland's face. Give me the Bengals to win this one on the road. They got to win against the Giants on Sunday Night Football. Although it wasn't a blowout win like they would have wished for, they at least got back on the win sheet. So give me the Bengals to pick up another win this week against the Browns. Next game is the Eagles heading into MetLife to take on the Giants. Again, the Giants just don't look good this year. Daniel Jones continues to look like a very mid quarterback. That's unfortunate for the Giants because they were in purgatory, right? They had to sign him because there was no better option, and they didn't want to tank, but they knew deep inside that Daniel Jones was not the guy for the job. Give me the Eagles here. Saquon Barkley returns to MetLife. That's the big storyline in this one. I think he has a big day, a couple touchdowns. Give me the Eagles in this one big. Moving on to our 4 o'clock slate, we have the Las Vegas Raiders heading into LA to take on the Rams. Oh boy, this game could get ugly. Again, the Raiders are either a really good team or a terrible team, and there's no in between. The Rams, they're still banged up, but they've had some big wins. They beat the 49ers. I'll take the Rams in this one barely. I know they're the home team, but it's tough to say they're the home team when their stadium gets taken over. But I hate to say it, the Raiders stadium gets taken over sometimes too. So yeah, I'll take the Rams here in the battle of the two teams that kind of fluctuate every week. Moving on, we have the Carolina Panthers going into Washington to take on the Commanders. Commanders lost to the Ravens, but they hung in there for a while. Give me the Commanders in this one. Again, the Panthers are just not a good football team at all, so I have to pick the Commanders. Pretty self-explanatory on that one. Then we have Sunday Night Football. Or no, not Sunday Night Football yet. We have one more Sunday day game here. We have the Chiefs going into San Francisco to take on the 49ers. Now, this one's a close one. Again, the 49ers have not looked like themselves so far this season. The Chiefs are coming into San Francisco, which makes it a little bit harder. Got to fly across the country. I'll take the 49ers here to hand the Chiefs their first loss of the season. Again, I could easily see the Chiefs winning this one, but I lean towards the 49ers, so I'll pick the 49ers. Again, I think they got to get it going. The Niners need a big win. This would be a really marquee win against the Chiefs, so give me the 49ers in that one. Now we go to Sunday Night Football. We have the Jets taking on the Steelers in Pittsburgh. This game is going to be very close, but give me the Steelers to win at home. Again, I think it's a close one, but give me the Steelers here. The Steelers have looked, pretty solid. Their defense has been really good, but their offense just has not got it clicking. But after watching the Jets and all those penalties on Monday night, I have to pick the Steelers here. Now we have a double Monday Night Football, it looks like, for this week. We have the Ravens taking on the Buccaneers in our first one at 8:15. Give me the Ravens here to win this one. The Ravens have just been on such a roll. I get it. Tampa Bay just scored a bunch of points against the Saints, but again, their defense gave up a ton of points to Spencer Rattler. So that tells me all I need to know. Give me the Ravens in that one. Wrapping out the week at a 9 o'clock funky week, another Monday Night Football game. We have the LA Chargers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Now this game is really something, right? The Chargers, every other week, they seem to be on their game and then, completely slumped. As far as the Cardinals go, the Cardinals stay pretty consistently bad. They started off the season pretty good against the Bills, scored a lot of points, but took the L there. And Kyler Murray just can't seem to get it going. I get it last week against the Packers, was in the rain, but I'm going to take the Chargers on the road here. So that is my predictions for this week. Let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree. And with that being said, that is it for me. Have a good one.